We are on Correction of the Error Part 2. The segments we'll be covering today will be Salvation and God's Will, Grandeur versus Grandiosity, the Inclusiveness of Creation, the Decision to Forget, Magic versus Miracles. That is pretty cool, just the language itself. And the Denial of God, what it means, and how all of us are sometimes experiencing it without realizing it. We lack connection to our divine grandeur when we feel suspicious that people think we're less than. Okay? When I feel somebody's critical of me, I will be triggered by it to the degree that I'm disconnected from their true knowledge of who I am. If I'm fully connected to who I am, you can have any opinion you want about me, and it will not affect my connection to the divine within. I will simply be able to be reminded who I am and reflect love back to you so that you no longer use me as a mirror to blame your own lack of self-worth on me. However, in the world as we are, the whole world is striving to reconnect to self-worth of joy. So we are reflecting back and forth all these endless aspects of self-insecurity through everybody around us. And as we do, we can fall into the cycle of suspicion. What did they say about me? Why did he look at me that way? When he said this, he really meant that, right? That cycle of suspicion can endure only for so long, because before you feel so, as the Course says, self-abased, that it seeks relief and a breakthrough. And that breakthrough comes through as a vicious attack. And it can be a vicious attack of self, or it can be a vicious attack of the person closest to you. So they'll do this much that you think is wrong, right? And who are you to judge what's wrong and right for the other person, right? Who am I to judge? But they'll do like this, and your reaction is this. And the reason why is because you've been walking suspiciously expecting lack of grandeur, and you seek grandiosity, and so you default to a vicious attack. So here's a powerful definition of freedom. As we are quantum freedom, the ego is immobilized in the presence of God's grandeur, because his grandeur establishes your freedom. So whenever you are in a cycle of demolition, of self-demolition, I call it, whenever you're in a cycle of misery, of self-pity, of pain, or whatever it is you're in, just ask, it's all about saying the right prayer. Just ask God to shine in your grandeur through the love that God has for you. And watch that grandeur wash you clear and clean.